Well, hello everybody, and welcome back to my shop, my reorganized shop. And for the last, 21, 22 videos, I've been working on this radio, which is my own radio. And the last few videos, I haven't made much progress, frankly, trying to sort out why the AM band doesn't work on this guy. And the conclusion, and I think it's kind of obvious to everybody, is I got to change out a whole bunch of old molded capacitors, some of which are cracked. A few of them I have changed, but so far no benefit. And I don't stock the very small capacitor sizes that I require. So I'm going to be getting those a little later this week, and I'm going to return to this radio then. But in the meantime, we're going to do something totally different, because after 21 videos, and that's many hours of work, time for a bit of a change here, quite a change. And like I say, we'll get back to this one in a few days down the road. So let me get what it is we're going to take a look at. Okay, and here it is. I've never seen a radio. I've never seen this radio before. I think this dates from the early 80s, and it's a very nice looking Sony. It's pretty dusty. There's dust right inside of it. I can see through the little window here. So it's been somewhere, I don't know where, for quite a while. Looks like it's taken a light cleaning here. There are lots of controls, and I'm really not sure how to operate it. I watched somebody else's video on the radio, and the fellow operated it for about 5 or 6 minutes. Did all the stuff, but he didn't say a word. So I only got to see it operate. Has a pre-selector, that's kind of cool. Has this band switch here for each individual megahertz band, and then this becomes the band spread, this thing down here, for it. The pre-selector has a scale on it, it's kind of neat. It has digital numbers that'll come up here. The frequency it's tuned to. This is that. I think this is just the FM band. It says FM on it. I noticed the tuning meter is upscale here. It looks like it's stuck upscale. So something odd has happened, because that's an unusual fault. If I can get it in there, you can see it sitting upscale. So don't know why exactly. Here's the volume control, the most important thing we need to locate before we turn it on. Treble, bass, and a few outputs here. Let's see, lift on. That's unusual. Lift on. It says memo light beside it here. That's pretty odd. Apparently this radio gets good ratings, and I could imagine any Sony radio of this size and this type is bound to be a very good radio. So I don't have much doubt about that, provided it's working. So let's look at the back of it here. I'm just going to put the camera down here. Just take a look at the back of it and see what we got. So we've got a switch here, a rod or external antenna. So we'll put it on rod right now. DX and local. So there's an attenuator. Well, why they put this on the back, I don't know. Doesn't make a lot of sense to me. I think it should be on the front. Got some connectors here. Let's see what we've got. So that's interesting. We've got a looks like a standard PL259 connector. That's what that is, alright. You can see it there. And it's come with this converter. Don't know if it really came with it or not. It converts it to I think that's called a BNC connector. I use those a lot. I don't know the name of them. Duh. So stick that back on there. And then it's got some wire inputs. Medium wave antenna, shortwave antenna, So, does it have a built-in medium wave loop antenna? I don't think so. I don't know. Now, has a switch rod or external? I guess it does not have a loop antenna built into it. That's what it seems to be anyway. And power switch, the other two important things you gotta know. Volume control, power switch. And we got them. So let's turn this guy on. Let's see what happens. I have no information about this radio in terms of its operation. As far as I know, it works perfectly. Or maybe it doesn't work at all. Let's find out. Let's find out. Now, this is not a tube radio, of course, it's a transistor radio, so it's not going to draw much power. So I'm going to start it on limit here. Got a 40-watt bulb in series with the radio. And volume down, switch off, power on. We're at, voltage low today, 123. That's low for my house. Don't know why. It would be a little lower today. And are you ready? We will turn this guy on. Let me just, here we go. Okay, heard a little soft thump in the speaker. FM light has come on. Let's turn it up. Wow, that's a dirty control, eh? Dirty controls. Trouble is going in and out. Oh, the FM seems to work. Well, here's the band selector switches here. It's on FM right now.
And it was just when the internet was first, back when the web was fresh and new. And I remember, doing the old dial-up.
Okay, let's try a medium wave. There's the frequency there. Let's get you a little closer to the radio here. Doing this with no connected antenna, but it's on the rod antenna. Okay, 640 is a strong station here. Sounds like there's a, yeah. Okay, it was an upper sideband. Yeah, I'd say that's no antenna. Touching the volume because it's so unreliable. Okay. We'll have to put an antenna on it. Let's try shortwave. A crazy reading here, 87,007. That can't possibly be correct. Oh, look at that. There is a problem here. That's not so good, is it? memo light puts a little light down onto the surface here for you to write on. That's pretty interesting. Some button here, AM display. Turns the display on and off. Light, battery. Well, it seemed to be good on AM, good on FM, something funny going on shortwave, unless we put an antenna on it. Well, let's try the whip antenna. It's supposed to be a very sensitive radio, according to what I read. So I think we're on the rod antenna, aren't we? Yeah. And we should probably be trying up around, let's try 15. Wait a minute. So this would be 15. Receive a single thing as far as I can tell. So let's get an antenna onto it. Looks like I have to prepare my next wire here. So just give me a second. It shouldn't take too long to do. So this is the first time I'm using my reorganized shop here. My computer is now located differently. I can move the camera around in much better coverage of the work area. My computer was off to the side kind of, and now it's kind of plunked in the middle of my workspace, so the camera is more in the middle, and the screen, which is right there, allows me, in this new position, I can very easily see what's going on camera, and that's going to stop me from making stupid camera shots. At least that's the theory, because I'll be aware, much more aware of just what's on camera. There we go. I'm still wondering what to do about my overly sensitive camera, because you can see it. It looks to you like I'm working in sunlight, and all it is a 40 watt CFL. Actually, it's a 9 watt. I believe it's a 9 watt CFL. To my eye, this is just the right amount of light, but on camera it looks like sunlight. So one of the things I thought about doing is putting a pinhole mask over the front of the camera, and that could have the secondary effect of increasing its focal depth of field, focus depth of field, which might be a little helpful, but it may also, the camera may just compensate by cranking up its own sensitivity on it. So I have to experiment a bit and see what I can do with that. Now, as I've learned, these wires often have really, really fragile center conductors that one little nick and they break. Okay, that came off nice. So there we are. So we'll hook this up. Pretty dirty things here. AM, medium wave, shortwave. So we'll ground. Oh, it's kind of silly what I was doing there. Pointing with the same hand I'm holding the camera. So this one, these two are the shortwave, these two are the AM. Ground is here towards the center. Just stick these guys in there. It's a little hard getting this. Getting this wire to go in because I haven't soldered it. It's going to fray apart. There it goes. It's the easiest thing in the world. There we go. Huh, it's not gripping it. Why is that? There, now it's got it. Boy, that was a little more difficult than I would have guessed. And we'll plug them into the antenna here. So that's now on the outdoor antenna. Let's see what happened. Well, that antenna lead does not clip in there properly at all. I'm not sure exactly why. It's just a very, very thin wire or what, but it's barely making a contact. Non-external antenna. There's no lights on this thing. I think we're on 15 megahertz. That's not good. Okay. I would say there's no go on the short wave. Back and try some AM here.
Or the holidays, or just taking a vacation outright. So you're starting to look at the website, look around to try to find the best deal. Do you look for American-based flights first? Is that your first course of action, or do you prefer to fly out locally, whether it's Porter or Pearson?
Well, that's interesting, right? That's the antenna. No difference whatsoever. Oh, of course I'm on the AM now.
Talking about the late night roast of Mayor Rob Ford continues, this time with Saturday Night Live. Whoa! That's a lot of crap! All jokes aside, the mayor faces another battle at City Hall tomorrow, and a motion is presented that would take away his
seems to
staff
be no
and
effect
budget.
from connecting an antenna.
Reporters today, Ford said, "In legal advice." Santa Claus parade organizers have asked the mayor to stay home from today's festivities. The parade gets underway in about 30 minutes. Co-chairman Ron Barbaro says there's some great new floats this year.
It's a neat one, an airplane with a bear in the cockpit, and this airplane wings go side to side, and the propeller spins.
Well, okay, so here's my determination on this guy. There's a good chance he's never going to work right on shortwave without some complex repair, probably way out of my range of capability. We will open it up. We will clean these. We will clean anything we can clean, lubricate, all that kind of stuff. Maybe there's a contact problem that's causing this shortwave band to not work right. I kind of doubt it very, very much. And we'll clean it up so it looks better. But I don't have a lot of faith that this thing's going to work on shortwave. Maybe we'll find out there's some lights burned out in here too. And this meter kind of troubles me. I'm not sure why it would be upscale like that. Other than it's literally the coil's been burned out in the spring or something. But it seems to be stuck in that position. It doesn't seem to have any looseness, so that's kind of weird too. That's what we'll have to do. Thanks for watching the checkout.